Mold making is everywhere. Molds are used in sculpture, industrial design, and manufacturing, even art. Fold mold is a way to make molds out of paper and wax. It's DIY. You can do it at home with your scissors, or use a laser cutter if you have one. Simply fold a pattern cut out of paper into a mold. Paper is easy to bend, then keep in place with wax. By dipping a folded piece of paper into wax, you can seal the edges and make a sturdy mold. The wax helps smooth any edges of rough parts and allows for very curvy molds. Because paper is fibrous, it soaks wax up. Wax melts when it is heated up and hardens when it cools down, which allows pieces to be joined together. It also builds up in layers when paper is dipped in, which creates a smooth surface finish. Fold mold makes it possible to rapidly prototype things that would take a long time to 3D print. Paper is similar to wood in a lot of ways, so we learned from woodworking techniques for bending paper to create curvy molds and joining pieces to make 3D shapes. Kerfing is a method where paper is cut in patterns to make it bendier in certain directions. Once the 2D sheets have been cut, you can assemble them together to create 3D objects. To assemble the sheets together, we use a few different kinds of joins. Sawtooth joins rely on pressure fitting, as the gaps are slightly smaller than the teeth. This creates a tight seal. Pin joins have small tabs that you can push through slots to fit together. Glue tabs have flat panels that can be held together by gluing them and letting the glue dry. The resulting 3D mold can be dipped into wax to fully seal it. Once it is ready, you can use materials like resin, silicone, or even Jell-O to make your prototype. We wrote an add-on to extend Blender, a popular 3D modeling platform. You can model a 3D object in Blender, and then optionally choose edges where you want the seams or areas you want to bend. The software then unfolds the object into laser-cuttable patterns that you can use to build your mold. These patterns can then be cut onto paper and assembled back into the original 3D model and then dipped in wax. You can then pour a casting material, in this case chocolate, and leave it to set. Other materials we've used include plaster, resin, expanding foam, and other edible materials like Jell-O. For a short-lived, low-waste model, you can even pour it with water and freeze it. Once set, it can be easily removed from the mold, as the paper can be bent and torn as needed. See the paper for how we solved key problems to make fold mold work across scale, curves, and other properties.